This snippet of a flow chart here is going to validate hours, let's say, in a payroll program. Now, for hours to be valid, we're going to assume that hours must be between 0 or 100. So we're making a decision in an if statement to see if hours is outside of that range here. So let's say initially that the input for hours is -10. Okay, so -10, we'll make that decision. Is that valid input or is that not valid input? Hours less than 0, well, that's true. -10 is less than 0. Or hours greater than 100, that's false because -10 is not greater than 100. But true or false turns out to be true. So -10 is invalid according to our logic, and we go to the true part of our if. There we display invalid hours must be between 1, 0, and 100. Re-enter hours worked. And so the user is aware of their hours, given an opportunity to then key in another set of input for hours. So let's say this time, they realize their error and they key in 50. Well, if that were true, then they would proceed through the flow of logic and end up processing that 50, which is a valid amount. However, can we assume that just because we corrected them here that they would turn around and key in the correct amount in the correct range here? And I say no, you cannot assume that. So let's say when they get to this second opportunity to correct their input, they're thinking -10 is what is supposed to be in input, so they try it again. Well, what's going to happen is it's going to continue on the flow of logic, and look what happens. -10 will be processed as if it were valid input. And this is why the if statement does not work for validation. It can validate one input, but the second time it takes it and continues. To be able to truly validate, you need to ask this question again and again and again until that user finally gets valid, somewhere between 0 and 100. And the only way that you can ask that question again and again and again is with a while statement and not an if statement.